Fraser on one wing and Higgins over on the other side as this hockey game is about to get underway. Wings haven't had much success here in Chicago, but as Sid said, they're a different team. Detroit. Now it's Secord and Savard and Larmer coming out. This is the big line of the Chicago Blackhawks. So they really haven't got on track thus far in the season. Right back down the ice, Tom Lysiak of Chicago into the Detroit zone. Lysiak hands it off. Brown brought it right through the goal post. And Greg Steffen stayed on the ice and made a beautiful save. Murray Craven. Now the puck comes back to the line. Ben Wilson's shot broken up and the Wings move out 2-on-1. Danny Gare, Craven on left side. Gare scores!
Right through him.
He just fired it right through the pads of Tony Esposito, and the Wings get on the board first by a score of 1-0.
Well, there was a case where Gare would play inside the Detroit blue line, and Gare come out and actually blocked the shot by the point man. On the breakaway, he shot from the top of the circle right through Esposito's pads. And you know, Esposito has a habit of going around on his hands and knees. No reason, if he stays on his feet, there's no way that Danny Gare would have scored that goal.
Unassisted goal for Gare at 3 minutes and 21 seconds on the right side, over the line, into the Chicago end. Ogrodnick tipped the puck in behind the net. Kisio in the corner to Duguay. Duguay lost it, picks it up a second time. Off the side of the net, Kisio put it right out in front, and Ogrodnick hit the goal post off the crossbar. Still bouncing on it. It was in the net. It was in the net. It didn't go on, and the teams kept playing.
No, Kisio come from behind the net, Bruce, and put it in.
Yeah, but the light didn't come on, Sid, right away, and the referee was making all the indications.
I think
the teams continued to play.
The puck bounced up on top of the net, bounced behind, and then Kisio picked it up, and he come right around now. That shot hit the post, went up on top of the net, fell in behind. Now watch Kisio come around and put it in the empty net, right there.
And it bounced right back out.
Bounced right out.
So the Red Wings get a power play goal at 8 minutes and 4 seconds.
And that's really moving the puck around between Kisio and Duguay across to Ogrodnick. And John Ogrodnick had the half net to put it in. And I don't know whether Esposito got a little piece of it or not, but it dropped behind the net again. And then Kisio, instead of making the play back out to Duguay, just come around the corner and tucked it in himself.
Coming loose, firing the shot from the corner was Nolan. That's kicked into the corner a second time, and the Hawks come out with it with Keith Brown. Over the line, into the Detroit zone. Brown centering pass, a loose puck, and they score! Chicago charging right in. Larmer and Savard.
There's a case where the play comes from Brown behind the net out to Larmer, following the play. And Greg Steffen had the ankle cut off, but he had his legs apart, and the puck went right through his pads. A good play by Brown. It appeared as though he was going to go around behind the net, made the play out. In fact, Greg Steffen made a little play on the puck as it was passed from behind the net, but didn't get it off on the angle enough. Went right to Larmer. He put it between his pads into the net.
And Brown has made 2 great rushes.
Greg Steffen still standout in the Detroit net. A shot right from the blue line, but a real blister, and he practically had to do the splits. Hit his glove, bounced off the end of his glove. Thank goodness it was wide of the net.
Brad Park grabbed on in behind the Detroit goal, gets the penalty. 35 seconds remaining in the Detroit penalty. Murray carried over the line. Here's Lysiak putting it right out in front, and they score. Sutter driving right in on top of Steffen. Maybe wasn't a very good change because they just vacated the front of the Detroit goal, and Steffen left to the mercy of Sutter.
Well, Sutter just beat Greg Steffen to the puck out in front of the net. Greg tried to get us out as far as he could with a goal stick, but it was a perfect setup and a little play across through the middle. And Sutter beats Greg Steffen to it and put it up high in the net, tie this game at 2. But this goal has been in the making, Bruce. The Chicago have been coming so close time and time again.
Goaltenders in this second period. Detroit got off to a 2-0 lead, but it's 2-2 now. Now the play in the Chicago, or rather the Detroit end. Savard handles the puck, heads toward the corner with it, into the circle. Savard setting his man up. That's Murray. Wide open. Bob Murray. And now it's 3-2. That didn't take long, and Savard spotted Bob Murray just charging in. Nobody challenged him at all. And the second quick power play goal.
He made a move like that in the first period and shot the puck behind the goaltender and across front of the net. Bob Murray just moving right in. Savard delaying with a pass and then spots it right across through the top of the goal mouth. And I think Bruce you'd score goals of that type. Detroit were all turned facing Savard. The play was made across through the goal mouth. Bob Murray is turning out to be something else, moving away in from his point position right into the side of the net.
5 seconds for station identification, and I gave 30 for a commercial. But anyway, we're back to the action right here and now. Callahan clears it to his own blue line. Greg Fox of Chicago. Puck taken over the line. Here's Lysiak trying to move in. He does. He scores. 4-2.
That was the touch of a master. He just stick handle, give it a little bob, moved it around the defenseman, went in. And only Lysiak could make a play like this. He stumbled along, just had the puck talking to himself. He put it back into his own feet, then kicked it back up onto his stick. A beautiful effort. He was off balance and actually faked his shot, put it back into his feet, pulled it around, and then didn't get that much wood on his shot, but it was accurate enough to beat Stefan on the blocker side of his right side.
The 2 is Chicago trailing 2-0, have come back with 4 of their own, 3 of them here in the period. Here's Nolan with a drive, and Esposito had that one on the shoulder. It almost bounced over that shoulder. Out in front of the net, some pushing and shoving with Brian Johnson in the middle of it. But a good save that time by Esposito. 2 power play chances scored in both of them, and here's Secord back over the line into the Detroit zone. Secord right out in front of the Detroit goal with a shot. Stefan stopped that. And the puck knocked down with a high stick, and then Stefan moved in and robbed Savard.
Stefan just made 3 unbelievable saves, Bruce. Nobody challenged Secord at all. When you can walk straight out in front of the net, 15 feet out in front, it's like a practice where you come in and take your free shot, and the puck bouncing around and it went right over to Savard. He had the open corner to put it in.
Knocked it away from Larmer in the meantime.
Oh, I'm telling you, you just can't, you feel sorry for goaltenders when everybody will stand and just watch the player take his shot.
All 3 forwards had a shot at it, a good goal. Wilson starts out. Ben Wilson, pass knocked down, good play by Gare. Danny Gare off the side of the net to Bolderev, out in front with a shot, and Esposito went down and blocked that. Pretty play by the Red Wings, and it took a fine save by Esposito.
Well, that's what goaltenders are paid for, to come up with big saves, and what a play Bolderev made. He just stick-handled himself out from the side, come right across in front. Had he put the puck up a little bit, Bruce, he would have scored. Esposito did flop that time, but it was a big save. It would have put the Wings with. Gare made the perfect play to Bolderev. He stick-handled around the sliding defenseman. He had to come upstairs with the puck, and he shot it down too low.
He took the defenseman right to the ice, though, and that's the coach.
No.
I think this is more fun.
Yes.
Less pressure.
There's no doubt about that. Less pressure. Just moved right in, straight in the center, got his balance back, and took his poke, but didn't get it quite high enough. A great shot. Yes, a great save, too, by Esposito.
Back on the line to Ted Nolan. It bounced away from him. Coming out with it is Larmer. Here's Larmer into the Detroit zone in front, and he shot it wide. A rebound, and the puck is...
No goal.
I don't know. The linesman is pointing a goal.
Yes, the right back.
The linesman called the goal.
The right did come out.
No, not till after the linesman pointed it out.
Right.
But it is a goal. At 7 minutes and 10 seconds, Stefan is claiming no. He says he had it in his knee pad.
Well, it was a play where the shot missed the net originally and then bounced back off the wall, come right back out in front again. Stefan well out of his net, going back to cover, and he just more or less got swept back into the net with the play. And
I don't think he could argue it. I think it was.
It appeared as though the pad was in the net, but it is counting.
It'll be Doug Wilson who gets the goal. Danny Gare, an unassisted goal, and then Kelly Kisio on a power play. just over the 8-minute mark of the first period. Detroit jumping off to a 2-0 lead. 2-1 the end of the first period. Chicago scoring 3 in the second and 1 here in the third. Campbell tried to hold it in, couldn't do it. Here come the Hawks back down the ice with Lysiak. Lysiak hands it off, and Brown came in, took the shot, and a big save made that time by Stepan. Here's Larson, ahead now to Boldarev. Ivan Boldarev moving out in front, drops it back for Larson with a quick snap shot that's wide. Now it's Eddie Johnston, setting up Larson, going right in with a shot, and Esposito stopped that.
Reed Larson is going to be arm weary, dead out in front, but Esposito come out, just threw that left leg parallel with the ice and made the save.
Yep. Now the play, Ron Duguay won the draw, and Larson another drive, and Esposito got to that one. Oh, Larson has tested him time and time again. Here's Duguay putting it out in front, and the puck lay right on the goal line. Oh, Kisio laid it right to the goal line, and Esposito reached back and held it there. And Detroit just can't buy it.
Well, that's the way things happen. It's just unbelievable. That puck's been everywhere but in, and Esposito has made so many fine saves. That shot there, it hit him, come right back out in front, and Kisio got real good wood on. I don't know how. Knocked it out of the air, went in behind Esposito, and John Ogrodnick tried to slide in and just knock it off the line, and it was practically on the goal line, and Ogrodnick just a second late getting there. Otherwise, John would have had an easy goal.
So reminiscent of last night in the game against New Jersey when the puck was all over the goal mountain. Greg Smith held it in from the blue line. Here now Kisio. Kisio hands it to Ogrodnick in the circle. He drove a shot. He scores! And the Wings get the power play goal by John Ogrodnick. And I'll tell you, they've had more than their share of chances.
They could be right in this game, Bruce. They have dominated, as you mentioned, here in the third period. They finally scored a goal, and it went off the post at that. But Ogrodnick just threading the eye of the needle right off the far post into the corner of the net behind Esposito, with Duguay standing right in the corner. A great play by Kisio to set up Ogrodnick. And John shooting from well out and on an angle, but he had Duguay right directly in front of the net.
John Ogrodnick getting his third goal of the season. Call to Sutter at 17:15. Wings carry in. Here's a chance for Kisio. A bouncing puck held in by Park, and now there's another penalty coming up to Chicago. Here's Reed Larson. Larson drives a shot, and the puck bounces into the goal. Duguay tipped it in. And the Red Wings now are down by 1 with 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go. And now there will be, or will there not be, another penalty? No, there won't be.
They can't call
because
one now.
Greg Smith had gone on the delayed call. They're not Greg Smith, Greg Stepan. So the Wings will not get the extra man, but they have brought themselves within 1.
Well, this shot of Larson's misses the net, comes off the backboards, and Dugay's right there at the corner of the net to tuck it in behind Esposito. And the Wings really put on a spirited performance here in the third period. It was the second period that did them in. They let Chicago take the play away from them in the second period, but they have stormed back.
Just Stepan, but the Hawks gain possession back in their own end, and Murray again goes in behind his goal. 15 seconds to go in the third period. Now Bob Murray's pass taken away center ice by Brad Park. Park handed it off. It bounced off Secord. Secord shoots at the empty net and scores.
5 seconds to go.
Scrambling play of center ice ends up in an empty net goal for Al Secord, and that makes the final 6-4 because we have just 5 seconds to go. Empty net and with a power play.
It's too bad it happened. Detroit did get possession of the puck just outside of the blue line, but they couldn't get things maneuvered. The puck bounced off. I think Yzerman's skate right over to Secord. He shot from 90 feet, put it in the empty net.
Secord's first point of the season. And it's an unassisted goal. Power play and into an empty net. Well, the Wings gave it everything they had here in this third period. Puck is dropped, they struggle at center ice, and it goes in behind the Chicago blue line, and the siren goes to end the hockey game. A game that saw Detroit get out in front by a score of 2-0 with Gare and Kisio on a power play before Larmer scored. Chicago took over in the second period. 2 power play goals, Sutter and Bob Murray, and then Lysiak added another, and it was 4-2.